Aquarius, what is his name? Mercury. All right, Sag. So your underlying energy here is the Nine of Wands. Underneath that, as you see, is the Hermit. And this is talking about feeling kind of exhausted, putting your walls up, but not giving up exactly. You have not given up on something. I feel like there was a period of time where you need some space or some time alone. Maybe somebody ghosted or someone got away. I think somebody was very much in love or started to get a little clingy or something like that, Sag, and you're like, hell no. Or maybe you started to deny your feelings, or started to deny how you feel, or really kept them to yourself. So somebody around, or that could have been somebody that you were dealing with as well. Somebody could have been keeping their feelings to themselves, not opening up, not saying what they felt. And that kind of put you in a place of isolation. But it still hasn't deterred you from your mission. That's what it's telling me. It hasn't deterred you from your mission. And whatever that mission is, you're still looking out to finish it. Now, it may have caused you to become more defensive because, of course, you may be, there may be some things that still bug you, right? Obviously, you've gone through a lot, and it's like, it's exhausting dealing with that energy. But I feel like as well, something here is like, you're not done with it yet. You're almost finished though. You're at the end of a cycle. You're almost finished. You're almost complete. So it's like, putting up walls, kind of putting things off, but at the same time, you're just trying to complete the cycle out. It's very interesting how the Nine of Wands works. Now, the heart of your reading is the Seven of Cups. This has to do with dreams, fantasy, making a decision, having a lot of options. For some of you guys, you're just trying to make a decision about what you guys want, or trying to figure out what dreams to pursue exactly, what relationship to pursue, what cup of love to pursue, what dreams that to decide from. And it's crossing this Ace of Cups, right? This decision making really is keeping this Ace of Cups on delay, right? Now, it could be that right now, the focus is trying to make a decision, but the thing that's crossing now is the Ace of Cups. I feel like that's either a new love coming in to help you make that decision, or there's another cup out of all of those other plethoras of cups that's going to help you make that decision. But I feel like the Ace of Cups is on delay here, and I feel like it has to do with the Seven of Cups. This situation in which you have to decide what it is that you want. It's very interesting how that kind of works out, because in the past energy of the Six of Swords, so you're moving on, moving forward. You know what I mean? Moving forward, and leaving something behind. Okay, I feel like there was a period of moving on. Like the Hermit card would definitely indicate that, like you're moving on from something, healing, looking back, looking within yourself for answers, becoming, being more aware of the self, feeling more confident in yourself. And I feel like that has to do with some sort of leaving behind of the past. But then here we go with the past coming right back. Scorpio got the same sort of situation going on for them. With they're moving on, but then all of a sudden the Six of Cups is like, hey, well, what about us? It's like, what? I just left you behind. It's crossed by the Ace of Cups. This new beginning is crossing this Six of Cups energy. Maybe this is someone that you're dealing with in the past. Maybe you're going back to the past to revisit this. Some of you guys maybe are revisiting the past to kind of help you make the decision that you want now, because perhaps it's something that that will help you make the decision about what it is that you want by looking back at how you felt in the past, looking at the happy times, looking at the good times. Because if this was the Three of Swords, like there's some things that need to be healed because there's some old issues here. But no, this is not necessarily old issues. This is like looking at times when you were happy, when you're the most happiest. You have dual soulmate energy coming up here because your crowning energy is the Lovers, but your future shows the Two of Wands. Like you actually are still kind of making a decision about where you want to go, but you have a better idea of which direction to take. I feel like you do pick the cup that you want, the desire, that the dream, the happiness. You do decide that, and you start this new beginning. But now is about taking action about in regards to how you're going to go about making this new beginning possible, making this desire and manifest into the physical. I think you really did take action here, and that's why. So looking back at the past may actually help you. And I feel like for some of you guys, you may have a border or some sort of wall up regarding the past, but maybe the past can actually help you with making a decision about where you're going. Because right now you may be feeling clueless and a little bit confused about where you're going. And I think that the honest truth is that the way it can help you, the way that you can get yourself out of that situation, is by looking back, is by seeing the wall, reason why you have this wall up in the first place. Okay, and probably breaking down that wall so that way you can start anew. Now your goal, aim, and vision is the Lovers. Now this, like I said before, is a soulmate energy, soulmate card, and this person definitely is from the past. So you may have a situation here with somebody from the past, but I feel like you want to be in love. You want to love what you do. You want to be in a situation where love just flows and emanates off of you, Sag, which is completely fair and understandable, right? Because you want to be happy. Everybody in this planet wants to be happy. But most importantly, they want to feel that love in every area in their life. They want to feel that love with everyone that they share time and energy with. And I feel like this person from the past, do you still have some sort of connection with them that's very strong, very strong. But this love right here, in a way, is kind of keeping this new beginning from moving forward. Whether that is actually addressing this, so there's still love there and trying to make it work again, or that this is like, you know, maybe there's something that needs to be, you know, that needs to be addressed between the two of you, so that way there can be a new beginning if this is not the person you want to move on or move forward with. Now, the reason why I say this is because of the Emperor. Now, the Emperor is about taking action, moving forward and all that. But then you have the Six of Cups coming up with the Emperor. Like, that's almost like stubbornness. There's something that you're holding on to that you're not willing to yet. Like, the Six of Swords was meant to be like a period of healing, but then you go back to this. You go back to the past. And the reason why is because obviously there is some unfinished business. If you're having to go back, there is some sort of unfinished business. And this is not to say that you need to move on. You need to let go, right? Because we always have our time, right? If you're going back, there's a reason why. If there's somebody that's coming back to into your life, especially after, you know, when Venus goes retrograde and somebody comes back into your life in a very romantic, a very loving way, then there's a reason for that. And it has to do with a new beginning. It has to do with what you want. It has to do with, you know, this time where you feel the most confused and the most defensive, right? You got to figure out why you have your defenses up so you can put those defenses down and finish out the cycle and, you know, and get this new beginning and have this new chance at love and truly heal from whatever you may have been trying to move on from the past. And I think this person may come back into your life, or you may enter this person's life back in, you know, you may be actually going back into their life, right? But this person either is very stubborn or you're stubborn in regards to how you feel about them. Like, you're never going to see them in a bad light. You're never going to see them in a different light, or you're not going to be able to let go of this connection because you feel like maybe this is the only time you're ever going to be happy, which I should say is not the case. You will always be able to find happiness in every area of your life. It doesn't matter if this is someone from the past or it's someone new. You know what? As a matter of fact, as well, this could be that there's somebody that reminds you of someone from the past, right? It could be that there may be no exes that come up. There may be somebody that comes into your life that reminds you of the time that you felt like this with the person you felt like this with. And it may be causing you guys to feel very defensive. But this is also taking control. This is also a very powerful card. Aware of your abilities to get something done, to do the best that you can do. The Emperor is the action card. He will do. The card is ruled by Mars, and you may be dealing with an Aries, but you find yourself. That's what I feel. Like, you find yourself. You find your go-getter, your fighter, energy. With this sort of recollection, you find your power, most importantly. You find your strength. You find your energy, your true self. You find your power, most importantly. Now, your outcome is the Four of Pentacles, which is very interesting, like I was saying before. Now, that is holding on to something and kind of staying within a comfort zone. Now, this relationship here may be a comfort zone for some of you guys, or for some of you guys, you may be, recognizing that there's some things that you're holding on still. That's why you have your defenses up. Whatever's keeping your defenses up is keeping this Ace of Cups at bay. And I feel like for a lot of you guys, you want to really move forward with a relationship that may not be completed yet, that may not have been finished out yet, or maybe that you still believe has another shot, but you're not giving up on it. And nor should you, right? If you feel like this isn't the end for you, for them, then don't let it be, right? Of course, right? Within reason. You can't make someone do something they don't want to do. Just like the Emperor, you cannot make the Emperor do anything they want to do. And this person perhaps it's very stubborn in the past. Like, this person is considered very stubborn. But you can be stubborn too. And, you know, the Emperor is his way or the highway. And I feel like there may be like this, just a new beginning here. That's all I can say. I don't know if this is a new beginning with your partner or with somebody new. But what I can say is that whatever you're holding on to, there's a comfort zone that does need to be broken out of. And I feel like you're trying to figure out, honestly, at this point, maybe when you get to this outcome, where you're going to go after this, because you know at least what you're holding on to. Why is the Emperor coming up in the... just too many cards. Why is the Emperor coming up in the external energy? Seven of Swords. Why is the Seven of Swords there? The Nine of Cups. It's almost like denial of one's dreams. That's what it seems like. Or perhaps it's taking a risk. Because, like, the Emperor is about stubbornness and doing things your own way and, you know, being within your power. But it's like, why is that coming up as your external energy? Because of something not being addressed, not being looked at, not being seen. And why is that? Because of the Nine of Cups. Because of what you want. Okay, y'all seriously just not you're not gonna let go of this. And that's okay, right? Because there's something here that needs to be completed anyway. It's keeping you guys from moving forward. Even if you did move on, you didn't. That's emotionally. You may have moved on from the person, but emotionally you're still present in that. And that's justifying your walls being up. But you're not done with the cycle yet. There's still a lot more healing that needs to be done. There's a lot more work that needs to be done, and that you're almost done. You're at the 9. You have one more card to go, and then you're finished. Why is the Four of Pentacles coming up in the outcome? Ten of Swords, holding on to some sort of devastating ending. One more for that one. Why? Why is the Ten of Swords coming up? Why is the Ten of Swords coming up? The Devil. Yeah, man. It must have been very difficult because you have the connection with this person. You have the Devil card coming up in here and the Lovers as well. Like, that's two sides of the same coin. This is a very deep connection, but I feel like, again, like the Four of Pentacles is indicating a comfort zone, something you're familiar with, but there was patterns in that relationship that may not have been beneficial to both of you or the person that you were in love with or that you were involved with. But that, like I said before, that isn't to say that there isn't new love on the way or on the horizon, just because something may not have ended in the way that may have been easy for anybody. But it's just acknowledging. It's acknowledging where you are, so you can finally, like, you know, be free. And I don't know if you want to be free. Wow, look at that, yin. So this is a very feminine energy, and I rarely see this card. You know that? I pull a lot of cards, and that card I don't see very often. That and yang. That's when it's really saying do something different. But the thing is that underneath this, you know, excuse me. The thing is that with this card here, the yin, it talks about being. Just being yourself, doing your day-to-day activities. Not focusing on an outcome per se, because yang is more of like taking action on something that you want. But instead, this is allowing it to come to you by just being yourself and handling yourself and going through the energy. Because honestly, going through that energy, it would probably be better than resistance or holding it back. Just go through it. Just heal through it. Let it get through. Let it go through. And usually I don't like telling people what to do, especially with tarot readings. But I feel like with the yang coming, when yang or yin come up, it's like saying that it's really good to just be right now. Don't try to hold anything back. Don't try to push anything forward. Just let things happen the way it's supposed to happen. So that way you can gain what you need to gain from it, so you can move on. You have be willing to express love. When we express love, we begin to receive more love. It's very interesting because yin is a non-action taking card. Like, you don't take action with the yin card. You're just being yourself, not looking to do anything for a necessary purpose. And express your love is talking about putting yourself out there, being open to love, but expressing that, willing to express it, willing to talk about it, willing to communicate about it. This is your opportunity. I mean, I feel like it with this individual, but trust me, I feel like they're going to come to some sort of resolve for you, so you can finally be free. You can really start healing. But this may also be a new beginning in love with them. Who knows? If you guys truly feel that you're karmically connected, then you guys are not done. But who's to say how long it will last? It's not about how long it will last. It's about being in the moment. The yin is all about being in the moment. And when the time comes to express yourself, then do so. Don't hold yourself back.